Thank you, Yasser. Yes, I'm here with Wesley So after a scintillating victory against world's #2 Fabiano Caruana. Wesley, first of all, big congratulations. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel very good. Well, I mean, a few things. First, I'd like to apologize to Fabiano. I mean, okay, the game was very interesting. He got very ambitious. And also, again, like to thank the Lord Jesus because I don't think I'm capable of beating guys like Fabiano. Personally, I'm a big fan of Fabiano. I've been studying his games the last couple of years, also the World Championship match. And actually, I was rooting for him to win the candidates as well. But after the first half, it was nearly impossible for him to do it because he
this must be a special victory for you because Fabiano is your teammate. He also plays for the United States, also the world's #2 for like 4 years now.
Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of Fabiano. I've looked at all his games, classical, in the last few years. I think he's been playing very well this year. I mean, not as well as he hoped because he didn't win the candidates, but I think he's playing as best as he could. And also his game against Lupulescu the other day was just brilliant. It was just a perfect game. So today, I wasn't really sure what to do. I mean, of course, with White, I want to try. I mean, I have to try. I think everyone has to try. But the problem is Fabiano is a very good theoretician. The openings he plays, all openings, he plays like 5 defenses against 1e4. I could name all of them. And then he plays another 5 defenses against 1d4. I could also name all of them. So I thought I'd try c4 this time. I mean, he could play knight f6 of move 1, of course. And I mean, he played bishop c5. He usually plays c6 here. He has like tons and tons of games. Yeah. But yeah, bishop c5. And then I think the game was very interesting from a practical standpoint because during the game, I think none of us knew what was happening at all. I think there was a lot of critical moments, very interesting. Without them, it was very hard to understand.
Were you completely out of theory after bishop c5, or did you still know where to put the pieces more or less?
Yeah, I think I knew more or less put the pieces because Ding Liren played d3, so I also looked at that game. So
all the way until this point?
Yeah, I think a4. I mean, I'm sure Fabiano also has it well prepared. I was thinking e3, a3, b3 looks very unclear, so that's why I played rook b1. I mean, I don't think White is better in this opening, but it's very hard to get a sizable advantage in the opening nowadays. And after rook e8, e3, I'm threatening pawn a4. Black could sacrifice it in a few ways. I play bishop g4 here. Yeah, actually I was playing bishop g4, and then it's very hard to say what happens. I was mostly calculating this line. I think I spent like 20 minutes calculating this line. And this reaches by force. It's probably just equal after queen d4, rook e8, knight c3. I'm not sure if Fabiano saw this or he was trying to be more ambitious. But of course, playing for wins double edge. Queen a5, bishop d2. Yeah, bishop g4. Probably f3 was not good, but it looks very interesting to me.
I think this is an important point. Did you feel like Fabiano, with this opening choice and not go for c6, was he trying to sidestep your preparation, or was he trying to be a bit more ambitious?
Yeah, it's hard to say. You have to ask him for that. Not sure what goes on in his mind because Fabiano plays for a win with both colors. Also, he likes very complicated positions. I think one of the reasons he plays bishop c5, he wants to avoid my preparation and also get an interesting game. He's a fighting player. So
this must have been already a position, despite the fact that, let's say, it's more or less equal, it's an interesting position for both sides, right? Both sides can play for a win.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I was quite happy to get a game because very easy to find draws in theory. Yep. But I think we were both happy that we were able to get a game. But of course, mistakes happen. Bishop h5, knight e4. I think neither of us considered queen b6 because he gave up the double pawn. So queen d8. I mean, yeah, takes. I guess knight e2 was not very good. So the thing is, after knight f5, bishop g6, I missed bishop h3. Of course, I would have gone for this if I saw bishop h3. And I guess White is just better with the bishop there. So knight e2, queen d3. Yeah, Fabiano played queen d3 very fast because the thing is I don't have time to defend the c4 pawn because he has knight e4. So I had to sack. We got very interesting position. I mean, the only thing that was worrying me at this point was I only had 36 minutes. So actually, on move 15, I only had like 40 minutes, so I had to speed it up. But the position is very interesting. I guess during the game, I wasn't sure if I was worse or better. But yeah, I was expecting knight b7 here. But after knight e6, h4, I was quite confident with my chances because bishop on c3 is a monster, and this bishop g6, knight f6 very passively placed. And yeah, h5, queen c1. And I guess, yeah, here white is just much better.
I thought this queen c1 was a very important move in this position. Take us a little bit through your thought process, because myself, I didn't understand why you would put your queen on c1 and not, let's say, on c2 or on d2.
Yeah, well,
it's a very important move.
Yeah, first I was expecting knight b7, so when he played knight a6, I was a bit surprised because I thought knight b7. So h4 threatens to win a piece, yeah, because I'm threatening bishop f6 and h5. So apparently black had to play rook a8 according to computer, rook a8, queen c1, and knight d5, but that's very difficult.
That's difficult, yeah.
So the thing is, like, if he plays h6, I still go queen c1, so I'm threatening to win a pawn, and black has to play knight h5, so maybe h6 was slightly better. We got h5, queen c1, I'm threatening to take, play queen h6. And for example, if he goes here, if he goes knight b4, bishop takes, then queen h6, yeah, and I guess it's just winning because black cannot
King
defend.
becomes too weak.
g6. Yeah, so queen c1, very nice because I'm threatening this queen h6, I'm preparing rook d1, I'm also threatening queen b2. So Fabiano played king h7. I guess if he goes knight h7, then maybe something like queen b2, pawn on g7 falls. So king h7 seems like the human move. And here the thing is, if I play queen b2 right away, attacking g7 and f6, black has time to attack my queen and force a draw by repetition.
That's a funny draw.
Yes, but I saw this line and I was happy to at least have a draw. But I think rook d1 is stronger because now I'm threatening takes, and then rook d7, also bishop f1, some lines. And here I thought he had to play rook e d8. The point is that after queen b2, he has the e8 square for the knight. But still quite bad for black. So the thing is, yeah, after rook d1, threatening all this rook d7, so black doesn't have time for knight b4. Because I guess takes, and now I have some rook d6. Or queen c3 followed by rook d6. And the thing is, like, black is a pawn up, but his c pawns and b pawns and the queen is far away from the action. So the pawn's not really felt. After rook d8, queen b2, black cannot defend this g7, f6, so he has to play c4. And then I guess I can play bc4. I wasn't sure which is stronger. And I have the bishop pair, but you still have to win the game. So takes is nice because the funny line here, if he plays queen b6 to defend d8, h1 takes, I have g4 and h5, and he just wins. So after queen f6, basically Fabiano has to go for an endgame like, say, queen e5 takes, where he's
This
a
is
pawn
just
down.
hopeless.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if it's hopeless. Queen e5 was slightly more accurate, so the rook is on e5. I mean, yeah, pawn down should be winning for white, but of course, in practical game, anything can still happen. I think instead of queen c5 on move 28, Fabiano should have played queen e5 right away and activated the rook this way. But, I mean, white has to play accurately in order to win.
Great. Well,
e5.
congratulations, Wesley. A huge victory, and we're looking forward to see you in the next games.
Thank you. Hopefully I can continue playing some good games.